Hi guys, thank you for coming. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about simple past tense, and this is part 3. Alright, so listen. For this one, remember there is no verb, okay? No verb here, so we just need to put was or were. Was and were. Was, were. Alright? So for he, she, it, and also I, we need was, and then you, we, they, we need were. So you have to be careful, and also you should remember when to use was and also when to use were. Alright? Okay, so let's take a look. Now we go to number 1. Santi was a teacher 2 years ago. So this is positive sentence, right? Santi as subject, was plus a teacher as noun, and also 2 years ago as time signal, right? Next, we go to negative sentence. So we just need to put not after was. Look at this. Santi was not a teacher 2 years ago. Santi plus was not plus a teacher, that is as noun, and also 2 years ago as time signal. And next we go to interrogative sentence. Was Santi a teacher 2 years ago? So we have to put was at the beginning. So was Santi a teacher 2 years ago? Okay, so look at number 1. The subject is Santi. Santi, so we have to use was here. Santi was not, was Santi, that's it. And again, listen, no verb here. Okay, I think it's really clear. Now I'm going to tell you example by using were. Number 2. They were sick last week. They were sick last week. Alright? So they as subject plus were plus sick. Sick here as adjective, and then last week for time signal. Last week for time signal. So this is actually positive sentence. And then we go to negative sentence. They were not sick last week. Listen, you just need to put not after were. They were not sick last week. Alright? So they as subject plus were not plus sick as adjective here plus time signal. And next we go to interrogative sentence. So we have to put were at the beginning. So it becomes like this. Were they sick last week? Were they sick last week? Alright? Were plus subject plus sick as adjective, and also the last one plus time signal. Alright, so I've told you 2 examples here. Number 1, we used was, and then number 2 we used were. Okay, so I have some more examples for you here by using was and also were. So let's take a look on this. Okay, so now let's take a look the other examples. Okay, number 3. He was at school yesterday. Again, there is no verb here. Alright? And because the subject for number 3 is he, that is why we have to use was here. So it becomes he was at school yesterday. Yesterday. Look at the time signal, that is actually past time. Alright, now Next, we go to number 4. I was in Bali last month. Last month, right? I was in Bali last month. So I plus was. Okay? Next, number 5. You were too busy last night. You plus were. You were too busy last night. Busy. Adjective. Next, number 6. We were students 3 years ago. Okay? Here I took were because the subject is we. We were. We were students 3 years ago. Okay? Next, number 7. Irma was not in Jakarta last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks. So number 7 actually, this is negative sentence because I put not after was. Was not. Irma was not in Jakarta last 2 weeks. Okay, so this is a negative sentence. And then we have to use was since the subject is Irma. Irma belongs to she. Okay. Next, number 8. You have to be careful because the subjects for number 8, Benny and Tony. There are 2 persons here. So you cannot use was, but you have to use were. You cannot use was, but you have to use were. Because there are 2 persons already, Benny and Tony. So it goes like this. Benny and Tony were not sick yesterday. Were not sick yesterday. Yesterday, that is past time. All right. And then here, number 8, it is also a negative sentence because I put not after were. Were not. Okay. Next, number 9. Right, number 9, interrogative. Were you at your home last night? Were you at your home last night? So, since this is interrogative, I have to put were at the beginning. Look at this. Were you? Okay. And number 10, it's the last example. Was Theo a singer 10 years ago? Was Theo a singer 10 years ago? Right. Theo belongs to he. So you have to use was here. Was. Right? Was Theo. That's it. Alright. So if you want to change the example of number 10 becomes positive. So it goes like this. Theo was a singer 10 years ago. Theo was a singer 10 years ago. Theo was a singer 10 years ago. Then if you want to change into negative sentence, so it goes like this. Theo was not a singer 10 years ago. Theo was not a singer 10 years ago. Theo was not a singer 10 years ago. And for interrogative, as you can see, was Theo a singer? Was Theo a singer 10 years ago? So you guys have to put was at the beginning before the subject. Was Theo a singer 10 years ago? All right. So guys, I think it's the end of this video. So happy learning, and I hope now you can understand how to make sentences in simple past tense, right? Without any verb. so you just need to use was and also were. Alright? And if you want to watch more videos about English, you can watch the other videos here on my YouTube channel. And also be sure to like this video and also to subscribe this channel. Alright, thank you so much and see you. Bye.